Hey guys, this is Julie. Good morning. Markets are closed. It's over the weekend, so we just do a little review of the linear regression indicator that I had Harry Fat Tails over at Lizard Trader code up for me. This was one of my first custom indicators that I created for um, Ninja Trader, and it's a very simple concept. Um, the linear regression indicator is a least squares best fit method. So the linear regression channel that you can put on your chart goes from point A to point B on a direct path, but the indicator, the purple line, is the best fit method. So most bars that close above the line, you'd want to be going long. So if the bars are closing above this linear regression line, you want to be going long. If it breaks below the line, let me take all this off so that you can. If you're trading below the line, you want to go short. And so what I talked to Harry about was I wanted a method to capture ATR above or below the line. And be able to customize it according to volatility. And so he gave me 5 slots that we can customize using our own levels that we can eyeball. And so the gist is when price goes above or below the line a certain distance, that you'll get it to turn around and go back to the mean. Here we go back to the mean. So if it gets outside the level by a certain amount, you want to be able to highlight that area and take it back to the mothership, to the main linear regression line. So that's what price does with the linear regression indicator. And so this is what I've done, is I've been able to customize the linear regression indicator by using multipliers of that ATR. And we can come in here and put whatever we want. If we wanted 2, 4, 6, 8. Excuse me. We could certainly do that, or just show the outside areas, or if you wanted 1.53579, it doesn't matter. You can customize the slow line indicators to make it whatever you want to be. 6, 8, or 7 works pretty good as an offset multiplier. And occasionally you'll find something get to a 13 way out there in the stratosphere. You know, you could just run one algo if you and wait for those stratosphere trades, because then it definitely will be turning around going back in. But getting used to being able to capture price when it gets above or below a line, and then use Bloodhound to make that work better. So here what I've done is I've put 2 solvers on here, one with the close above the 6.68. So you can just type in on your multiplier slow 1, whatever number you want, and then come down here for your plots, and you can see that you can go outside the upper one or below the lower one. If you connect that to your result node, you'll see that if it goes below the line, you'll get a short signal. If it goes above the line, you'll get a long signal. And what I've done is I've just flipped it around with a long short modifier and extended it out a bar or two, put momentum on it, bar direction, and I put my BB mom. I decided instead of momentum, just momentum. You can get more signals by using momentum, but they may not be the best signals. You might get your head rolled over. So that's why I extended the bar out a few bars to allow BB mom to catch up to it and then catch the signal that is coming in with BB mom. And BB mom is just wonderful because if you can get inside this right here where BB mom, the momentum is above the standard deviation of your Bollinger Band. So you see that momentum going above that line where you got your breakout and you're coming in from an overbought or oversold area. This is pretty much made to fit a RTM trade because it, like I showed you on the screenshot, it's going to go back to that trend line. And there it is right there. So there's your trade. It works better when the linear regression line is flat. If you get a trade where the slope is very sloped, we went back to the trend line, but it was, you didn't make any money because it was going up. In fact, you had to sit underwater to get back to your trend line. So not as good of a trade. So if it doesn't work right away, so you see how it turned around on you here and started going back up, that you would get out early. You don't want your momentum to turn around. So you would trade this with momentum only and then get out on a momentum inflection to the upside so you can get a break-even trade. If it fails, you really do want it just to go straight to your target. And you can require it to be, above the BB mom midband or something like that. But you can see here this trade broke down when it crossed the midband right there. So you can put your fail safes on it. But otherwise, it's a very good strategy to come back to the mothership, and that's, look at that. I'm going to check back off. Here's a good one. So it's a pretty cool strategy, and especially, like I said, if you can get it on a 60-minute or a daily. And here was one that didn't quite get there. So you can, get overcompensated by requiring the line to be too far out, or your, conditions can be too stringent by the filters that you use. So just play around with the settings, but get used to that concept. And if you can get a good no momentum change on this to your target, that you can write it up on a lower time frame, I mean, that's ideal. And those type of trades are the gold. So love those. And that's about it for today. Linear regression is just one tool in your toolbox, one little trade that you can put together, and works on multiple time frames, works on a 5-minute chart or a 1-minute chart really well. In fact, on a 1-minute chart, I like knocking off those coast to coasts a lot. Works really well. Look at that, winner, winner on a 5-minute chart. So get used to the pattern and use your pattern recognition and start applying trades when they get stretched away from the rubber band. It's going to go back, and just know where that main target is. The whole purpose of this is just to hit the line, hit your target, be a moth, right? So if you had a value area, high or low, sitting next to that main trend line, excellent target to trade to, especially when it, you know, the impulse moved down. Where's it going to go? And then there's your trend continuation back in the direction of the trade. All right. Thank you so much. Hope y'all have a great weekend and trade well. It's going to get very, very hairy out there with the election. So widen your stop, lower your position size because the volatility, watch that VIX. I can imagine that VIX is going to start going back higher. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much.